Good afternoon. Welcome to all, and thanks for joining us. I'm Larry Davis, and on behalf of your board of directors, the senior leadership team, and all of our associates, I'd like to welcome you to this, our 89th annual meeting for Carolinas Telco Federal Credit Union. We truly appreciate you taking your time this afternoon to join our broadcast. And in addition to this format, written copies of the annual report can be obtained in the branches and seen on our website for your review. Without further ado, we'll get started with our meeting. I call to order the 2023 annual meeting of Carolinas Telco Federal Credit Union, and I've determined that a quorum exists per our bylaws requirements, so we'll proceed accordingly. At this time, I'd like to appoint Jimmy Womack as parliamentarian, and I'd appoint Joe Jaspers as recording secretary. First order of business, I'd call on Mr. Jim Rhodes, board secretary, to read the minutes of our last meeting.
I'd like to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the previous annual meeting.
I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we will dispense with the reading of the minutes. Next on our agenda is the board or chairman's report. And on behalf of the board, I am pleased to report that 2022 was another exceptionally solid year for Carolinas Telco. Your credit union continues to operate in a financially sound manner. Again, in the annual report, you'll find specifics and much detail surrounding our operations, improved services, community involvement, and of course, our measured results. I encourage you to review the many significant accomplishments of the past year contained in that excellent report. Briefly, just a couple of highlights, though. We did add over 2,500 new members. Total loans, total deposits, and total assets all grew year over year. And our earnings enabled us to maintain our long-standing, well-capitalized, strong net worth ratio of 13%. Bottom line, your credit union remains financially strong today and positioned well for a stable future. My reason for this confidence is the ongoing continuum we started over the past few years. You may recall, a few years ago, we started first by widening our field of membership through a charter change, so that now any of your friends or neighbors have a means to become a member of your credit union. We've invested considerable time and money in the successful conversion and deployment of our new core technology platform. This enabled us to provide an ever-expanding suite of products and services more efficiently and effectively. And we've updated policies, processes, procedures, and streamlined interfaces for online access to make us easy and quick to do business with. EVA, our expert virtual assistant, Eva, is our latest example of that. We're all proud of this direction and a foundation that we believe will continue to serve our members well into the future. In closing, I want to thank everyone who's made our 89th year of continued success possible. I want to express my appreciation to the board of directors, to the supervisory committee, whose diligent volunteer work provides direction and guidance, to Chris Dickman, our president, and his senior leadership team for their vision and dedication, to all our associates whose hard work and commitment to our mission and that vision is expressed daily. And finally, most importantly, to you, our many members, for your trust, loyalty, and confidence in our credit union. That is the only reason we continue to be able to improve upon and provide ever-increasing financial services year after year. Sincerely, thank you all. All right. At this time, I'd like to call on our treasurer, Mr. Lynn Bowen, for the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Larry, and good afternoon, everyone. Carolina's Telco Federal Credit Union experienced another year of positive results, even though operating expenses remain elevated due to infrastructure, investments, and other costs. Net income from continuous operations totaled approximately $3.01 million. Other operating highlights include an increase in member shares of $3,100,979. Total membership increased by approximately 3.39% when compared with the previous year. The credit union ended the year 2022 with 32,843 members. And this ends the report.
Thank you, Lynn. Next on our agenda would be Mr. Daniel Lugo, who is the chairman of our nominating committee, to present the nominating committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Daniel Lugo. On behalf of the nominating committee consisting of myself, Anna Hampton, and Mitch McIntosh, we met on Monday, January the 9th, 2023, to consider nominations for vacancies on the board of directors this year. The committee took into consideration the following at arriving at our decision. Number one, the prior experience obtained while serving on the board. Number two, their dedication to the job exhibited by each of the nominees. And number three, the overall effectiveness and continuity of the input of the nominees. After due deliberation, the committee does submit unanimously for nomination the following for a 3-year term expiring in 2026. James Rhodes and Linwood Bowen. Mr. Chairman, I move that the nominees be elected by acclamation.
Second.
Thank you, Daniel. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. All right, I declare the nominees elected by acclamation. Next, I'd like to call on Mitch McIntosh, our vice chairman, to recognize this year's Carolina's Telco Legacy Scholarship winners.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a personal highlight for me of every annual meeting. I've had the privilege since its inception to present the Legacy Scholarship winners to you, our membership. So every year we do choose 4 recipients, $1,500 each, to go towards their higher education expenses. And if any of you have anyone college age, like I do not have to tell you how expensive that has become. So this is something that we initiated several years ago as an outreach to some of our members in their growth and in their education and their development and their ability to contribute in our greater communities. This year, I would like to present to you our 4 recipients. Blair Tilley from Charlotte, North Carolina, attending UNC Chapel Hill. Nicholas Burge from Mooresville, North Carolina, attending Anderson University. Hector Diaz from Columbia, South Carolina, attending the University of South Carolina. And Elia Davis from Greenville, South Carolina, attending Howard University. Thank you.
Thank you, Mitch, and congratulations to all of our scholarship winners. This time, I have no unfinished business. I don't have any new business to come before this meeting, so the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn the meeting. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Again, thank you today for taking the time out, your attendance and your attention, and we're adjourned.